Oh, it's a Schmurder kit? Okay.
Schmurda kit. I want to get one of those.
He's going back immediately.
I want to just pull him aside and go, you don't listen to anyone that's talking to you right now.
First of all, let me holler at you a second. You got to stop with the Schmurder kits. Everything in there.
The kit is a parole violation.
Everything in the kit is a parole violation.
100%. Cheers.
This episode of Two Bears, One Cave is brought to you by Sattva. I cannot express how great it is to sleep on an amazing mattress. We've had them all in my home. We've had the Sattva luxury, the flagship mattress. We've had their memory foam one, Lumen Leaf, and we currently have their Solaire, which moves up and down. The legs raise. It vibrates. It has a zero gravity setting. It's all amazing. They provide incredible customer service. They provide incredibly environmentally friendly, top-notch products. And I have to tell you, when you sleep on one of these, your whole game changes. They are online only. They pass on the savings that they get by not having a storefront and employees and commissions and utilities. All those savings go on to you, so you get amazing product for an amazing price. And if you go to Sattva, SAATVA.com/theshit, you get $225 off any mattress of your choice. Sattva.com/theshit. Check it out now. All right, welcome to another episode of Two Bears, One Cave. I'm Thin.
Get it? It's the thing from Friends.
I'm super skinny. He's on his way.
I'm on my way. My body measurements have gone drastically lower. My weight has not, but what my body looks like
is so much better.
It's my waist is at it's interesting because you don't wear a size 44 pant. Mm-hmm. But if you measure it, it's a 44.
Oh. When you see me, are you like, God, this guy's like so skinny?
I'm a little bothered by it. And I think what I did is I tugged the tiger's tail by saying you're going to get so fat now that you're injured. Yeah. And you must have heard that as motivation, as in I refuse to let myself be the fat one.
Yeah. It did motivate. Not just from you, other people too. You know, a lot of people were like, you're going to gain so much weight. And I was like,
I think it scared you. It's like the first time I went to camp, my dad's like, don't get molested. And I was like, okay.
And then you came back, you're like, guess what, Dad? I molested a bunch of kids so that they wouldn't molest me.
No, I literally was like, anyone who tried to help me with anything, don't touch me. God.
Yeah, a lot of people were telling me that.
I'm shocked I didn't get more molested as a child. Like I have that. I definitely am super trusting.
Yeah. I was a little, I know this will be taken the wrong way. I thought that I was kind of super cute enough as a kid to get fucked with. You know what I mean? Like when I see pictures of myself, I'm like, I'd fucking fuck around with that kid.
Oh yeah, I was not attractive, molestable. Like I wasn't on a molest.
And we were both Catholic. Like we were in prime get fucked with grounds. You know,
on a scale of molestable 1 to 10.
But see, that's already 14. I'm talking about when I was like 5.
That looks so trusting, that face.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll meet you at the rectory after class.
Yeah, but see, I'm too old there. I mean, when I was like, you know what I mean? Like 6.
Yeah.
I was like.
I'm going to get a picture of me in a Speedo at molestable age. And by the way, I don't advocate molestation.
Let me see if I have.
Nor do I think that there's a proper age, but I'm going to try to get it for my mom.
Yeah, there's definitely no proper age to get molested on. That's a good.
What's too old to get molested where if you like heard someone got molested and you're like, bro, you were 18.
Yeah, 18, you're definitely.
All right, let's start work. By the way, this is definitely cancelable conversation. What age do you start going?
Well, keep going back. If someone said they were 17, you'd be like, get out of here. 16,
hold on. Okay, let's push pause. Because you could get molested at 16 by like, when I was when I was 14, I made out with a 29-year-old.
You did?
Yeah.
A guy? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking.
I mean, it was a clean hit, coach, but I know the game was on the line, but
I mean, that's what I picture, like an older guy being like, hey man, come here, let me show you something.
No.
Wait, what's the scenario? Okay.
I will tell you. Dude, it is this probably defined my personality for the rest of my life.
You and the guy making out on the beach.
Girl.
Okay, the girl.
New Smyrna Beach. I'm with Alan. I think maybe
Is Alan the one that molested you?
No,
Oh.
no. It's funny. Alan was like one of my best friends growing up, and if he watched our show, he would be probably offended.
By what?
Like just his sensibility is not. He's like very, very, very like social justice minded.
Oh.
He was a little bit when we were younger, but then he like really hit a curve when we moved to New York, and you could see like if you watched, and it's crazy. We have so much in common, but if you watch this show now as an adult, he'd be like, okay, like he's
Really?
like, yeah, I think so. I think he's like an author, like a writer.
I got brought into an email chat with a guy that we were all like my close friends from college were also friends with. He was on our hall as a freshman and as a sophomore, and it had been like 10 years. And then we were like, "What's up, bitch?" Like just like that. And he was like, "Hi, fellas." And we were like, and this is a guy that used to like just get absolutely loaded with us, and all like inappropriate jokes. And we kept fucking around, and he was like, "Good." And then he signed it with like his he's a lawyer now, like his legal.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Esquire.
man. Yeah, yeah.
I have a
all right,
bunch.
man.
I have one of those friends that I ran into. I was doing, who knows what the fuck I was doing in Tampa, but I had a limousine, a bottle of champagne, and like a few bottles of champagne, and it was like 8 a.m, and I ended up on Davis Island.
You're on your way to radio.
I was probably on my way to radio,
Yeah.
and I had time to kill or something, or maybe it was a little later, and I just got done Cowhead, and I ran into one of my closest friends growing up, like my best friend growing up. I had like probably 2 years. I had a really big tight knit, but this dude and I went to 9th grade together. We were best friends all through high school, like literally best friends. And I called his mom like aunt, and I saw him getting coffee, and I was like, "What?" I won't even. By the way, this is how much this dude has changed. I won't say his name.
Right.
And everyone in Tampa knows his name. Like everyone hearing this goes, I know exactly who you're talking about. He was like, "Hello, Bert." And I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Nothing. So you're still having a good time, huh?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "A little early, don't you think?" And I'm like, "What happened to this fucking guy?" And he was like, "Sober now." I was like, "Oh, cool."
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Went to a Yo-Yo Ma concert, sober." And I was like, you couldn't waterboard me into going to a Yo-Yo Ma concert, let alone ply me with enough drugs and alcohol to get me there. I don't even know what Yo-Yo Ma does.
That's what he brought up too. That's another thing. That's
and
crazy.
I was like, as the last time I spoke to him, I was like, "Best of luck, brother." And it's crazy. Wait, let's go back to the girl that I made out with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the beach, and don't think we're not talking about Jennifer Aniston soon.
Oh yeah. And by the way, that's not the girl that was on the beach though.
She looked just like Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
In my recollection,
Yeah.
it was like same haircut, same attitude, very confident, strong woman.
Oh, by the way, do you ever have this? You tell your story in a second. When you're like, I was back home. I was in Florida, and I did shows, which was so fucking fun. But
It looked so fun.
But I did. You were like, you're in your hometown. It was like a smaller town, and someone was like, "Hey, Tom," and I'm like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Hey," and I go, "Hey." And they're like, "It's me." And I go, "I don't know who you are." And they're like, "We went to high school together." I'm like, "No, we didn't." And they're like, "Yeah, we did, dude." And I'm like, "I don't think so, man." And then they start like saying names of other people. I'm like, "I know them."
Yeah. If I saw them, I'd say hi.
Yeah, but I definitely don't know you.
Mine's always Bert. And I go, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hey, I went to Jesuit." And I was like, "Cool." I was like, I was 5 years behind you. I was like, I wasn't a Jesuit then.
Yeah.
How would I fucking know you?
I would kind of
You were
graduated.
in 8th grade when I graduated.
Come on, man. All right, so you're fingering this 29-year-old on the beach.
So it's like three of us. We're all 14. And I mean, I can't tell
So you're like 8th grade, 9th grade.
Ninth grade. I was maybe 15 because I turned in November, but I'm guessing it was early.
Okay.
So, and my dream in my whole experience in life, I have always been on beaches, looking down the beach, hoping that a girl would just walk up.
Of course.
I mean, I've thought about that so much.
It's like a movie scene.
Yeah, and growing up in Florida, you were always ended up on a beach, you and your friends or whatever, and you always waited. Like you'd be like, "Why won't just a pack of girls walk up to us and be like, 'Hey, what are you guys doing?'" And then you can all hang out. Everyone's making out in the hot tub. Never happened. Freshman year, we're over in New Smyrna Beach, and a group of girls is walking down the beach, and we're like, "Oh shit!" And as we get closer, we realize they're like adults, like they're in their 20s, and I start just being funny, and then I'm just kind of like busting like trying to get them to talk to us, and they're just find us cute, right?
Yeah.
They're like, these guys are, and then I'm like, you guys should teach us how to kiss. And they're like, what? And I was like, we never kissed anyone. We've totally kissed chicks at this point. But I'm like, you should teach us how to kiss. And the girls are like, oh, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. I go, no, seriously. Like, and I'm just being funny. And this is what defines my personality and why I've only had sex with 6 women is because I could never turn it off. Because it worked that first time. I did this, and I'm just making jokes. And I don't know if she did it to shut me up, but she kissed me. And it was like the most insane kiss I've ever had in my life. I'm like, blue balls all night.
Oh,
like, I mean, my dick was hard for like a week.
Yeah.
And I was just like, grr. I mean, I talked about her non-stop. And she kissed me then. And then she took me around to like, there's a ramp. She took me to the other side of the ramp and kissed me again. Now I look back and I go, what a fucked up woman she was. Like, I was 14. At 20, I mean, think of it.
Yeah, those are the best chicks, man. Like she had real problems to do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I should have gotten tested.
Like super hot plus psychological problems equals angel on earth, right?
She's almost 70 now. How old is she? She's probably dead. There's no way she's alive.
Oh my God. Well, also, you weren't like the first kid she's done that to.
I thought I was special.
She knows what she's doing.
There's gotta be.
Oh,
14 is the cutoff for where you're like you could probably get molested.
yeah. If you say
stopped.
13, someone's like, "Hey, that's a real like."
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking boys. I'm not talking girls.
No, I
I'm
know,
talking boys.
I know. But as a boy, if you're 14, you're like, you can, But 13, I think
I can understand getting molested at 14. At 15, you're like, yeah, I can see certain boys at 15. At 16, you're like, oh my God, did you see that fucking fight video between the MMA fighter and the Oklahoma University guy?
No.
Oh,
what happened?
Wow. Type in Oklahoma football and it'll just come up. I guarantee you.
Football? Oklahoma football?
Oklahoma football player fight. Oh, you have not seen this?
So what?
Okay, okay.
Oh, I think I saw a frame of this.
So
who's who in this?
So now, this is a very special breakdown. Now, this young man, his name is Jordan. Here, Spencer.
Oh, okay.
Spencer Jones.
He's a wide receiver.
Jordan. He's a wide receiver, plays holder,
bathroom
kicker.
bar fight.
He nearly lost his eye. Now, here's what happened, and here's what I can assess. You don't really know anything, but I've done a lot of deep diving, and I have a lot of assessments on the way the internet reacted to this. I think your boy in the turtleneck and the jean jacket. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and this is all.
I cannot wait for this.
Trying to think.
I just want you to know I have blue balls right now.
Yeah, I think he must have punched this smaller guy, and I say smaller guy simply because he just is, and it's important in this story because when we break down how the internet looked at this, he is definitely the smaller guy. Okay? Because what you will notice, and hit pause. What you will notice is this smaller guy, the guy with the curly hair, he has blood on his face right here. So you got to look at that because one of the first moves he does, Tom, is wipes his blood off his face, looks at his brother. His brother's in the back of the head, what we see, and then wipes the blood onto Spencer Jones. Let's just watch it.
Holy shit! Okay,
it's fucking insane.
Hold on, I'm so excited right now. hold on. Okay. Why is that cutting off?
I just turned it off because of the music.
Oh, okay.
Look at this. Wipe, bam, 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 and then takes him to the ground, and then mounts him.
So that's the MMA fighter. I'm guessing.
The MMA fighter is the one with the boots, and the football player is the one
on the ground.
On the ground,
underneath him.
Now his brother's got this guy. The other guy, he's got him in like he's kind of holding him so he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to see. He's about to choke him out.
Shit.
Yeah, he's choking him out. He's putting him in a guillotine.
Oh, he's done. He's totally
No,
done.
not yet. Actually gets a little worse.
Really?
Wait do you see?
Yeah.
Wham! That
And
guy's out unconscious.
And that's his brother?
Yeah. So
Holy fucking
now he
shit.
mounts him and he just starts leveling punches. This guy just.
But that guy
wham,
knows how to
wham,
fight
wham.
too.
They both know how to fight.
Yeah.
Now, it's worth watching again so you can see exactly what everything you need to see. So he is talking to his brother. The guy in the jean jacket pushes him, and he thinks it's that kid. He thinks it's the other guy. That's why he punches the other guy.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I've watched this maybe 100 times.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now here's what you need to know: the brother, not the one that's on mount right now, but the other one, has replied on Twitter, and he said, "Just so you know, we were backed into a corner. This is the only option we had."
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And he's like, "We have been wrestling. We do not wrestle for any college, but we've been wrestling since we were in diapers, and we've been practicing mixed martial arts since we were 12."
Mm-hmm.
And it's very clear that is. I mean, that
he just got
that guy's
fucked
out.
up.
That guy's
Yeah,
out.
He's fucked
That
up.
guy got really fucked
And
up.
then here's all the brain damage right here. It's like when you're already out.
Well-
when someone starts just that right there.
Yeah.
That is making your brain just fucking.
So now, what's fascinating about this to me, and realize that this is an assessment that is, it's coming from a comic. I'm trying to think of the angle here.
Yeah.
But what everyone jumped on
Yeah.
this football player and called him a bully, and they were like, "That's what bullies get," right? As if everyone identified with the MMA fighter.
Right.
My perspective is, everyone really should be identifying with the football player, because none of us are MMA fighters.
Right.
None of us know how to fight.
Right.
There is only a handful of people that are like this young man.
Very small group of
Very,
people.
very small.
And here's the thing: most guys
Yeah.
don't consider that there's a guy like that out there,
That is why all of us
Yeah.
should identify with that football player.
and try to hurt the MMA guy together.
Because no.
Oh.
Because what is interesting about this is I think and that's what's, like, not to get too meta about it.
Yeah.
But that is what is wrong with cancel culture. No one identifies themselves as a Karen. They identify themselves as the good person.
Right.
And clearly, this kid, now what is this football player saying? He was trying to de-escalate the situation.
It actually kind of looks like he was.
Yeah, and so
It didn't. I mean, like we're seeing like a really small,
very
excerpt,
small, yeah.
But it looks like he's like kind of like, hey, what's the problem? I didn't. It doesn't look like he's being like trying to provoke him. Or
I think his
antagonize
friend
him.
in the jean jacket was provoking.
And I did see that his friend while the head is turned.
Yeah.
And yeah, it definitely looks like. I mean, here's the thing too. Like I'm no expert by any means, but having trained a little bit in boxing, the thing that I know is how little I know
Yes.
about fighting, because I've done it enough to realize how, like, what level a trained person is on. It's so far beyond our
so
grasp,
far beyond.
Like I sparred with a seasoned boxer,
Yeah.
and like he purposely didn't light me up, right? But even that experience makes you go like, oh my god, like if just getting like rocked a few times, you go like, holy shit, if somebody really knows what they're doing, what they can do to you, it's unimaginable. I mean, it's like what we saw there, like they can really fucking hurt you.
But what people need to understand, and what kind of was left me overly impressed, was that everyone in that story identified with the MMA fighter. And said, that's what you get.
Right.
Fuck you, you're a prick. As opposed to realizing we've all been in a situation where a person smaller than us as a man has talked shit, and you've got 6 inches on him or whatever, and body size.
Yeah.
And you just and every man has been in that situation where you don't know, and every man watching that should go, my lesson is never talk shit to anyone smaller than, never talk to shit to anyone.
Yeah.
Never get overly confident, because I promise you, that kid, that football player, I guarantee you is a tough kid.
Yeah. He plays football at OU, man.
Yeah. And man, when you're met with someone with a tad bit of training,
It's another level.
everyone knows I'm running 2,000 miles this year. And you know what I put on every single day? My pair of features. I want to feel good from head to toe. The right gear can motivate you, and the right socks are perfect. Let me tell you something. Not all socks are created equal. What's great about these socks is they have the compression around your arch, which is so good. When you're running that much, a lot of people's arches collapse. And I love the compression and the little features. It's almost like they have treads on them, so the socks don't slip. I'm telling you, I have tactile issues, so I can't just put on any pair of socks. And so I have to like a pair of socks. These are the only socks I will wear. They support your feet with anatomical designs and targeted compression. They prevent bunching, slipping, blistering, sliding into your shoes, and they've got a lifetime guarantee. They're so durable and long-lasting. If you're unsatisfied at any point, they'll give you a replacement pair, no questions asked. They guarantee every sock you've worn. Features is challenging you to try a pair, and if they're not the best socks you've ever worn, they're going to take them right back. They're so confident that you would love their socks that they're also giving our listeners of Two Bears, One Cave $10 off your first pair of Features when you go to features.com/cave. That's FEETURES.com/cave for $10 off your first pair of Features.
Guys, look at us. Bert and I, we both are dealing with our hair loss in our own personal way. He wears hats. I shave my head. It's depressing. Don't be like us. If you start to notice thinning hair, it can be too late. As soon as you notice, you have to act immediately. Start addressing the issue. Go to forhims.com, the one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. It's time to write a new chapter, one in which you have hair. These guys are the best. You have a consultation online. You don't have to go to an office. You don't have to go anywhere. You just go online. You have a consultation online, and if you meet the requirements, you get a product shipped right to your door, directly to you. Today, Hims is offering you their best offer yet. If you're not happy with your results after 90 days, Hims will give you a full refund. And right now, our listeners can get their first visit absolutely free. Go to forhims.com/bears. That's forhims.com/bears. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Remember, that's forhims.com/bears. I mean, it's funny. I always think about that. I told the story before, and this is if you go to the old episode of Charlie Murphy appearing on Rogan, I told Rogan, ask him this because this was so funny to me. So I had dinner with Charlie one time after, like, when I first met Joe. I met them on this tour, and Charlie took me to dinner. He took me out to sushi, and at one point he looks up at TV and he goes, "Do you think Oscar De La Hoya could whoop your ass?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, what are you talking about?" he's like, "I know, right?" And I was like, "Definitely. He's a world champion. What are you talking about?" I go, "You wouldn't even know what happened. It'd be so fast."
Oh, yeah.
Because the speed is really what you're like. You just feel like, "Bap, bap, bap," and you just be like, out. And he was like, "Yeah, because Johnny Gill thinks he can whoop his ass." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up." Like, you think an R&B singer can whoop Oscar De La Hoya's ass? But the whole point of that conversation to me was like trying to compare a trained person versus someone who's not. I go, this isn't even the same fucking world, man. We're not in the same stratosphere, you know? Like, you and I fighting each other is one thing. Like, we're two basically untrained guys. You throw in like somebody with a decade or more of fight training, it's not. It's literally trying to compare like a guy on the street who's like, I'm funny, to like a seasoned comedian. You're like, you have no idea how this is going to go, man.
When that kid wiped the blood off his face, smiled at his brother, and then wiped it on that kid's face.
And he immediately went for combo. Pop, pop, pop. Like, just right away.
That's when you realize, oh, that kid's super comfortable in this.
Yeah.
This is like,
and he went right to
scared.
his no, he knew exactly what he was doing.
And I don't know the whole thing, but I assume that, I assume based on knowing Joe and knowing cage fighters personally, that kid definitely, something happened to him for him to get there. And I don't know. I'm just saying that's a speculation.
Yeah.
But like, there's blood on his face. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
And I'm certain it wasn't, like he had a nosebleed and they were making fun of him. And then he was like, guys, don't make fun of my nosebleed.
No.
I mean, I feel bad for both those kids. And that's where I want, like, the comments are horrific. I mean, I'm reading the comments and it's like, yeah, that's what you get, bitch. Lose your eye. And you're like,
no, that kind of shit's not cool.
And you're like, no, man.
But I would love to know how this thing started.
Oh, we gotta be able to find it out.
Is there no like write up about it? Like when you see the article, does it say?
Like if
you scroll, like Does it say?
Go to unnecessary roughness. Is go to that video.
He tells the shorter in front of him to get the fuck out. Okay, Jones is on the left. He tells the shorter dude in front of him to get the fuck out of here before a man behind Jones shoves the guy. Okay, so he did tell him, but you also don't know if he's saying get the fuck out of here because the guy said something or did something first, right?
Yeah. You don't
like someone being like, "Hey, asshole," and you're like, "Get the fuck out of here, man." Whew.
It's interesting. I have de-escalated fights, and I do it a lot differently.
The incident took place at Norman Logie's on the Corner, a campus corner bar. Video of the incident began circulating online.
Hey, you know what? I'm a big bar guy. Get the number for Norman Logie's. Call them up. See if they know who I am.
Okay.
And see if we can get an incident breakdown.
Did they? Does it say any more underneath that or no?
I guarantee you there's a bartender at Norman Logie's who knows who I am. I almost guarantee it. I'm a big bar guy. Okay, do me a favor, Nadav, scroll up. This is an interesting. No. What the fuck, Nadav?
They just did it on its own, man.
Go back. Go to that video on Twitter. Scroll. Go to that video on Twitter. Yeah. Now go to that video, and then his brother replies. See if his brother's written another reply.
In the unnecessary roughness one?
Right. He replies under it and says, I am the guy who in question here.
Okay. Click on the actual video itself then. You know what I mean? Click on, open that one.
Go down below it. Oh, there must have been a lot of.
Yeah, you would think, though, that his would have high traffic, you know?
It does. You can find. Hey, do a little research. You can find the video on. Oh, Jesus, man. Like, every guy watching this should realize you're very seldomly going to be that MMA fighter who mounts someone on a urinal. You're definitely going to be the guy that loses his fucking eye.
Right.
And identify that situation and go, how do I de-escalate? Because fuck. That kind of shit makes me so glad I didn't have a boy.
Jesus Christ. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, because you know that.
What's that? What are they?
Cowboy boots.
Yeah. Nah, man. I mean, you ever been in a bar fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got one in college that got gnarly. And
really?
Yeah, and I didn't even know that these 3 guys that started this fight, I didn't know that half the football team was at this bar. Oh. And as we got into it with these 3 guys, all of a sudden there were a bunch of like 6'6", 300-pound guys that had our back because they all knew us because we were.
Oh yeah.
And like.
Oh, I've never had a good bar fight.
I mean, this was like they let like rhinos out of a cage, you know? Like I was like, all right, thanks guys. Like they just fucking dudes. People got arrested. Holy shit. Yeah, that's fucking gnarly, man.
That kid's gonna go to jail.
Yeah, he is. They're all gonna be charged.
His life is that MMA fighter kid's life is probably taking a turn for the worse for the rest of his life, and his brother most certainly will go to jail.
But the upside is they will flex hard in prison for the next couple decades.
They're not getting fucked with.
No,
they are not getting fucked with. Hey, did you see? First of all, do you know who DaBaby is?
DaBaby?
DaBaby?
The rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Dude, he's like, I just found him the other day.
Yeah.
He did a video where like they all dance in the street. Yeah. I just found it and I was like, it's got like 380 million views. I was like, how did I just hear about this guy?
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many Does and Lils out there. It's kind of hard to keep up.
It gets really confusing. They just released Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, I know.
Shmurda. And by the way, they had a picture of Bobby.
7 years he did.
He did 7 years? He's
7
only 20.
years.
How old is Bobby Shmurda? I love that name. That's a great name. 26.
He's been in since he was a teenager.
He's going like I don't mean this. I hope this comes out correct, but he's 100% going back. They have him on 3 years parole.
Oh, okay.
How the fuck? No, this is my point about like what happened to Meek Mill Meek Mill.
Yeah. Didn't he do 7 years or am I wrong? Maybe he did less.
He might have done less because he
earned an early release.
Yeah, and they're making him serve out the rest on parole. And this is what's wrong with the justice system is that they don't do that. That doesn't happen to everyone. That's what happened to Meek Mill. And that's why Meek Mill kept going back to jail, because he wasn't even doing anything.
Right.
One time he was riding a motorcycle in front of his friend's house
Yeah, and they're
without
like,
a helmet or something.
That's a parole violation.
Yeah, parole violation.
Yeah.
You go back.
Yeah.
And so that's what sucks is I'm just saying, and I don't mean to, I'm just being matter of fact about it, is Bobby Shmurda is on fucking, when does he get off parole? In 2026? There's no way. I could not keep my nose clean. And I am a 48-year-old man who doesn't fuck around, but I would go back to jail. I would go. I mean, it's so easy to break parole.
Well, you would violate.
I would violate in a fucking heartbeat.
You'd violate like the alcohol thing immediately.
You can't drink alcohol?
Well, sometimes you can't.
Well, let's hope fucking white bitches on a jet isn't one of his parole violations, because there were 3.
Really?
Was interesting. I guess he's kind of missed the whole Black Lives Matters things because in prison, because he got on a jet with 3 white hoes.
3 hoes. That's awesome.
And I don't mean to call you young ladies.
Can we see those
I
hoes,
don't mean to
please?
call you young ladies hoes, but when you're on a private jet with Bobby Shmurda, when he gets out of jail, and you guys are like,
well, there's a reason they picked those 3. like they're like, this guy has been locked up, and they're like, I'll fucking make it worth his while.
you don't.
Let's see.
They're not there for their conversation.
Oh my goodness.
By the way, you know that someone's going to fucking... This is what's wrong with a hot take these days, is you say that and you know someone's going to go, first of all, they're Clive Owen's granddaughters, and they're the one that he rented the jet for them, and they're the reason they were on that. I read the comments under that, and it was fucking hilarious.
Are you going to look something else? Bobby Shmurda gets off plane? That's your search? Jesus Christ, man.
It's good to be back.
Just type in Bobby Shmurda on Twitter.
Oh man.
By the way, him dancing in that video makes me so fucking happy.
Is it here?
No. It's just type in Bobby Shmurda on Instagram. On Twitter, but just search Bobby Shmurda.
Okay.
Like go to Twitter, search of Bobby Shmurda. Okay. Not him per se.
Right.
Just search.
Type it in the search there. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry, Nadaf. I know the picture so well. Okay.
Is that him right there?
No, keep going. Scroll. You want the picture. All
right.
You want the picture. By the way, very responsible. They're all wearing masks. He
Is
had a beautiful moment with his mom. He talked to his mom right when he got out of prison. Keep
There he
going.
is right
Scroll.
here. They're getting off right there.
No, yeah, that's not the picture.
But there
Quavo
might be-
was there.
Yeah.
I've seen all of these.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Keep going. Scroll. You're looking for a photo. That's his mom saying hi to him. What you want is, that's definitely not them. Keep going. What you want to see is a picture with 3 white chicks, Bobby Shmurda and I think Quavo, and they're holding briefcases. That's a picture. Keep going.
I think we might be scrolling for a while here, man.
I found it right away. But what's crazy is at the picture, for me, was I saw it and I just had like a knee-jerk reaction as I looked at it, and I was like,
You're like 3 white hoes.
There we go. Keep going. That's it.
Oh, right here?
Yeah. So,
yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a reason those 3 were picked.
maybe they worked the makeup counter at Bloomingdale's.
That was a Shmurda kit? Okay.
Shmurda kit. I want to get one of those.
He's going back immediately.
I want to just pull him aside and go, you don't listen to anyone that's talking to you right now.
First of all, let me holler at you a second. You got to stop with the Shmurda kits. Everything in there.
Shmurda kit is a parole violation.
Everything in the kit is a parole violation.
What would you put in a Shmurda kit for me if I got out of prison?
A Kreischer kit? Kool-Aid, vodka,
Rogaine.
Tito's, Rogaine,
You think you can use
hats.
Rogaine? Oh,
There we go. Oh, shit, the hat came off. There you go.
put my Rogaine in. That's how I keep these luscious locks.
Wait, why don't you do a hair follicle like replacement?
I was thinking about it. Leanne doesn't want me to.
Why?
Because she got fucking Invisalign.
Okay. For the teeth?
Yeah.
And?
Fucking Invisalign?
I don't even know what.
She's 50. What the fuck? If she's getting cosmetic surgery at 50, she's going to fix her fucking teeth?
What do you want her to fix?
Things that people won't really even look at her teeth. Get just a huge tits. Just huge tits.
You want her to get
Everyone's
huge tits?
Yeah, just fucking massive tits I can play with for fucking nonstop.
Yeah. Why won't you do that?
I want to get Invisalign.
I told Christina I wanted her to get a nose ring.
Really?
Yeah. Because I notice every time I see a girl with one, my dick leaks. So I was like,
it would be badass. Like when you see a chick with those nipple bars.
yeah. I think that's a little aggressive for a
For
happy
50th.
50th. Yeah, but
you know what's crazy is I remember being
you know what you should do, by the way?
What?
Make an appointment with a cosmetic surgeon. Tell her, hey, we got something special today. Just drive her to the appointment and be like, all right, how big can you go? And she's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I had a joke about Leanne getting into a motorcycle accident where a motorcycle hit her.
Uh-huh.
She wasn't on it, but it hit her.
Uh-huh.
And she was in a coma. And I was trying to work this as a bit. And they were like, it was really aggressive. People really, like sometimes you'll write a joke and you'll say it a bunch. And then someone will be like, hey, just, that's super offensive. And you're like, I've been saying it for a year to everyone.
Yeah.
God, what was the fucking joke? I don't remember any of my bits.
Well, I have the same thing where it's like, if I joke about you or Christina, there's like a window that it's funny in. And then if I do it like too mean about either of you, people are like, that's not a joke. Like, that's your friend. I'm like, I'm fucking joking though.
Yeah.
I'm on stage. Like, so I have to like, I've noticed it.
I do that with Leanne. I do that with Leanne and the girls. I make pretty aggressive jokes about them.
Yeah.
Like I say horrible things.
Oh my God. I open with the most horrible thing now. Like, it's all about just people I care about dying. But
is it worse than hatchet to the cunt?
Kind of. Okay, I can't believe we haven't gotten to it yet. We got to talk about this. Amazing thing happened. Amazing. I love that I got to call you and I got to see your face and that you hadn't known yet. But I got notified. I was in Florida. I was doing shows. Thank you to everybody that came out to the Palm Beach Improv because it really is just what I needed, man. But then I get this notification that Jennifer Aniston reposted or posted in her stories the For Safety, about meeting her, that bit that was like kind of a big bit from this show where I made up a story about meeting her and you didn't know I was making it up.
Yeah.
And then afterwards we discuss, can we meet her and what would you do? And then you ask like, can she bring a dude? And I go, For Safety.
It's the hardest. By the way, this show is the hardest I've ever laughed consistently.
Yeah.
This show.
Me too.
And that one moment might be that.
But it's
is
crazy.
the hardest I've ever laughed.
It's because it was random that I obviously picked her to tell the story about. And we always were like, oh, I wonder if she'll ever see it. Because that's kind of your hope, Somebody,
we reached out to people like, hey, can you show this to Jennifer Aniston? And everyone was like, no.
No, of course not. But then she did see it, and she did post it, and then she DM'd us. Then since then, like my inbox was fucking flooded for like 2 days with like just people. And then I keep getting calls from people like asking me to explain. Like people go, I got a call from someone who I don't regularly talk to who was like, can you explain this? Can you explain the Jennifer Aniston thing to me? I'm trying to understand it. And then another person did that actually. 2 like pretty famous people.
Really?
Yeah.
It's come up in every meeting I've had.
Really?
I had 3 meetings yesterday and probably 3 on Monday. And every single person was like, hold on, Jennifer Aniston reposted you. Because Jennifer Aniston's like the #1 Instagram. How many followers did you get from that? Do you know?
I don't know.
I'll tell you how many I got.
She has 36 million followers.
And I didn't get enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think I'm on brand with her audience. I don't think anyone watched that and they were like, oh, these guys are hilarious. Let's follow them. So I have 1.6 million followers. Mm-hmm. The day she reposted, I got 2,000 followers.
There you go.
Which is a lot for the boy.
For the day.
But it's been 2,000 every day since.
There you go.
Everyone has brought it up to me. And it makes you like, it puts in perspective, like when you share someone's video that they do about you that makes you laugh, or the fact that like, Mr. Clavicle or Chase Lepard, or all these people that we know kind of, but like the first time they do it and we repost it and they're like, oh shit, they're talking about me on Two Bears One Cave or whatever.
Yeah,
but you realize that it's not like you're also a regular person and you like to laugh.
Yeah,
she is a regular person, but she is Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
like how do you get into that phone? Like I bet she doesn't even have I bet she's got a phone number that her assistant knows.
Of course.
And no one else.
Of course.
No one.
She probably has like 3 bat phones, like just one for, people like us, and then another one to give to production people. Another, what I mean, it's probably there's layers of because she's internationally iconic.
Yeah, and by the way, what my takeaway was I've had two moments like this where your tits get loose and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? It was The Rock and Jennifer Aniston.
That's when your tits got loose?
When I just like, wait, it's like almost like everything's possible.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they saw something that we did.
Yeah.
It blew me away. I mean, I did like a video of when she DM'd me. And by the way, I'm supposed to be a cool guy. And I'm not.
You are. You're the coolest guy.
I got the DM was
I know. I couldn't believe it.
It took me like a minute to figure out how to reply to someone like Jennifer Aniston.
Can I tell you something?
What?
It's the first time in my life, I was in the green room, and I was sitting with people, and I go, "Oh, Aniston just DM'd me," so I started typing back, and at the same time, two of them were like, "Think about what you're writing back." And I go, "What?" They're like, "Don't just fucking send that, man. What are you writing back to her?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
I got my initial response. It got pulled.
What do you mean?
I was gonna write it, and I wrote it, and I said maybe I should let Leanne and the girls look at it, and they were like, "Do not send that."
Really?
And I was like, "I think it's funny," and they're like, "It's not funny, Dad. It's Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
It's Dad. Just say thank you." And I was like, "For real?" And they're like, "Are you being fucking serious?" My initial response was, "New phone, who dis?" I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But then it's Instagram, so it's like.
Yeah, it should have been like.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
So I just wrote back like.
What did she send you? What did she
number.
send you?
Hey, darling Bert, you are truly something about being the greatest comic and.
Darling Bert.
Dearest B-Man, I just want you to know that you made my day. I was having a very rough day. Your laughter is contagious. Don't listen to anyone that ever says that you laugh at your own jokes and it's annoying.
This episode of Two Bears is brought to you by Raycon. It doesn't matter what you're into, whether you want to listen to a podcast, audiobook, listen to music, walk around, whatever you're doing, it's nice to be able to put in a pair of Raycons in your ears and makes all the difference. I've had 3 of them now. I keep getting different ones sent to me, and I'm never mad when they send me another one. There's no dangling wires or stems. Raycons come in a range of stylish colorways, but always with a comfortable in-ear fit, incredible sound, super stylish, and a fraction of the price of some of these other earbuds that are insanely expensive. These things are incredible. They're built to perform anywhere and any time. Raycon's offering 15% off all their products. For our listeners, to hear what you got to do to get it, go to buyraycon.com/bears. That's it. You'll get 15% off your entire Raycon order. So feel free to grab a pair and a spare. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/bears. That's BUYRAYCON.com/bears.
Very candidly, I got a box of the greatest clothing I've ever gotten in my entire life. It's bare bottoms. I love they gave me a sweatshirt that is so freaking comfortable, and in it said, "This is for both Tom and Bert." And I just looked at it and I said, "It's not going to fit Tom. It just fits me." They have these jogger pants that are cinched at the ankle, so fucking comfortable. I'm telling you. And I got a personal note from the guy whose company it is, and I think I went to grade school with this dude, or the same grade school. Bare Bottoms has the best clothes you're ever going to find. Built for value. If you're getting comfortable, you want to made the best swim trunks, stretchy swim trunks you're ever going to try, they're Bare Bottoms. Thousands of guys have already made Bare Bottoms the MVP of their closet, and they keep coming back for more. Designed to transition from the couch to the gym, to the work, to the play, or whatever you like to do. They only make threads that you love to wear all day long. Right now, our listeners can get free shipping on their first order of these super comfortable threads at barebottomclothing.com with the code BEARS. Just go to barebottomclothing.com and use the code BEARS to get free shipping on your first order. You want to know something really crazy?
Right.
I saw some guy that morning, just shitting on me, just totally shitting on me.
That morning?
That morning, this fucking... Really, honestly, I should have just looked at who he is and what he does and the way he dresses in his reaction videos that he made. Creates no original content. Just watches our podcasts or other podcasts, and then trashes people that he feels that he wishes he was. You know,
Yeah.
Like he's not going to trash like you or Burr or Rogan, but anyone who's sitting next, because he's like that's who I see myself as. But who he thinks he really is the fucking me. So.
And he is watching what, your stand-up?
We're just watching me talk on a podcast, and he's just trashing me, just really aggressively.
That's such an interesting lane to react, but your thing is to post negative reactions. It's kind of strange.
I almost want to show you who he is, so you look. The second you saw this guy, you'd go, okay, why would you ever listen to a guy like that?
Yeah, I'm sure
The
I would.
second you saw this guy. And
sure.
so, but I saw the video, and I was like, and I thought it was going to be positive, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, fuck, this is horrible. And I was like, ugh. And then I start getting in my head about it. And I'm like, start really kind of obsessing because you haven't been on stage. You don't really have any quality of art that you're putting out at the time. Everything's on Instagram. And I've been trying to like wean myself off my stories, except for Thursday nights when the Go Big show airs at 9 o'clock on
You've been trying to wean yourself off of making stories?
Making stories. So I'm like, I'm way oversharing. And I want it to be interesting. I don't want it to be just like I'm at the dentist, I broke my tooth for the fucking 10th time.
Yeah.
You know, where some stuff is interesting, some stuff isn't. And I just was like, it's almost like Roy Choi went vegan for a period because he was eating so much meat. Meat was on so many plates. He wanted to like reset his palate.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, I'm going to reset my palate a little bit with my Instagram stories and just find choice times. Sometimes with Instagram stories, I notice that people's ego flexes and you're like, oh, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, I'm not going to show you.
Like when they show off?
Like when they by the way, I'm sorry if you are my friend, and I know that you're my friend out there and you do this. And I know that I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the other comics. But when they set up their phone and hit record and then you watch them do crunches and you're like, I didn't need to see that.
Right.
Or like, but it's like, I was about to do that. I was about to go like, hey, can someone record me doing deadlifts? And then I'm like, why? What the? And that's when I caught myself. I was
You're doing deadlifts.
Oh, bro.
Good for
okay.
you.
Nadav, write down workout stuff. Hold on.
Oh, but also, I want you to know that I have asked Jen to meet up.
You did not.
I did.
Any reply? No.
No. But guess what? I'm going to keep Messenger every single morning.
Hey, Jen.
Jen, it's me again. I've noticed you didn't reply.
Do you think we'll get a meetup?
I think it's possible.
Okay. Let's talk about scenarios where, like, what could we do with a meetup? Say, okay, I'll be Jen, you be Bert and Tom. Okay.
Okay.
That video was hilarious. That really was hilarious. The idea that you guys would want me to have a guy for safety, and you guys laughing at it made it so much better. Okay, Tom, stop doing impressions of Bert. So, like, would you guys like to do something? I mean, we should do something like a funny video. What would you guys want to do?
Oh, yeah. Let's do, I think we should do a video of us having the greatest date ever, the threesome.
Okay, I'm super busy.
Yeah.
So if you can like scale that down.
Okay, I brought a photographer. Let's just take some photos together and like, but we'll make it like playful.
Okay,
you know?
I don't usually do that without hair and makeup, like full hair and makeup.
Oh yeah, they're here because they come with you everywhere you go.
Oh, okay. You're really getting like on top of me on this.
Hey, why don't you back the fuck down a little bit?
Okay. What if we do a video where we just go? All we want to do is go to your house, knock on the door. You open the door and just goes, very nice meeting you, and shut the door. I bet we could get that out of her.
Again, though, but that's saying like we're coming to your house.
God damn it.
Yeah.
We got to find neutral territory.
Yeah, we do. And also a territory where somebody that famous is like, yeah, that's a cool place for me to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who's her agent?
I don't know.
CIA. I bet she would Brillstein Gray.
No idea. I'm sure it's not that hard to find out, though.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Anyway, but honestly, it was awesome. So thank you, Jen.
So fucking awesome.
Thank you, Jen Aniston.
Yeah, thank you, Jen Aniston.
That was very sweet.
I was a blast. I can't wait. I can't wait to meet her.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I promise.
Should we gotta like. Oh, by the way, put secret handshake. We need to come up with a Two Bears secret handshake. We should kiss her hand when we meet her. Just go like.
Oh, definitely.
Just watch her go.
And then we get down on the ground. We start going, like start praying to her.
I bet I could have an anxiety attack and start crying.
If you meet her?
I bet I could. I could work myself up. Take enough Adderall. Fucking.
Please do that.
She could totally.
If you did that, I would bond with her so much. I'd be like, I'm so sorry.
What if
got
she's
a
like?
lot
What
of
if she calls and she goes, "Hey, do you guys want to go skydiving?"
No. I'd be like,
Okay.
Bert does.
And I'm like, great. I'm going skydiving with Jen Aniston.
Yeah.
I went skydiving with Rachel Ray.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was so sweet. I
Yeah.
was fucking panicking my ass off.
You have a crush on her?
Rachel?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, but like a regular one. Like that she'd be a fucking blast to live with.
Mhm.
Like to be married to. And she's a great fucking cook. And she's adorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she also kind of looks like Leanne a little bit, but her teeth are straighter.
Hence the Invisalign.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Tell me about your deadlifts. How often are you doing them?
So I'm working out 4 days a week.
Nice.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
I absolutely love this working out. So I don't know what it is. I couldn't explain it because it's not CrossFit
Mm-hmm.
and it's not powerlifting, but like we do. Like the other day, I did my workout was, I did 1,000 row, 1,000 meter row
Uh-huh.
as a warm up. Then I did 20 deadlifts, 20 plank for 20 seconds. So just keep going. 20 deadlifts, plank for 20 seconds. 20 deadlifts, plank for 20 with like a 35-pound, 45-pound kettlebell or something.
Yeah.
And then I held 45-pound weights for a minute 4 times. Just sat with like a static hold. And my fucking hands were on fire. And then I closed out with I do these sprints on the rowing machine where it's like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 20 seconds on, a sprint, 10 seconds rest. And I was fucking gassed. And I love it because no workout is the same. Like one day we went in and did straight up chest. We did, press, incline, and flies. And it's just like, there is a little bit of like, I can feel a little bit of white privilege like at times because I was doing the hammer onto the tire,
Mm-hmm.
and there were actually dudes using a hammer to break up concrete behind me, and I was paying them to do that, and I thought, this is a little weird.
Okay.
I
did not know where you were going with that.
Yeah. I'm having issues because I'm doing it at the new place we're having, and so people are working, and then I'm lifting sandbags and they're actually moving concrete, and I'm like, this seems weird that I'm paying someone to get me to move something, and then I'm paying them to legit. I should just go help them and then not work out at all, save some money.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. I really do love it.
That's great, man. You can't even say what it's for. When do you get to say what it's for?
Oh, never.
Never?
I think so.
Why?
Because
what?
I don't know. That was what I was told.
So it just stays a secret?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm the only one that knows your secret?
Yeah, you and Joe.
Jesus.
Because I'm gonna get on a cycle of steroids, and I needed Joe's advice on what like Winstrol and.
You're on steroids?
No, I'm kidding. Don't think I didn't think about it, Tommy. Don't think I didn't think about it.
All we need is Bert on roids.
Dude, I'm running fast as fuck right now too. Like my glutes don't fire. I have no glutes. My glutes, and I think if you look at that video we shot in the shower, you can definitely go, Bert's got no glutes. Like
I don't think so.
My ass kind of collapses a little bit.
No.
And it used to be better.
I think you have a pretty nice butt.
Like I can't do the thing where, let's just end it on that. Thank you, Tommy.
I do. I can't
do the
I
thing.
think I'm comparing it to mine. So my ass is horrendous.
Speaking of your ass and leg, Tiger Woods.
Segue. So, yes, not too long ago, a few days ago, Tiger was in a single car accident in Palos Verdes, which is just south of Los Angeles. It's really, if you've never been down there, it's a really, really beautiful area. It's on the coast.
He was in Palos Verdes?
Yeah, Rancho
it's
Palos
gorgeous.
Verdes. Yeah. That's like if you look up the resort Terranea, that's that area.
I've been to Terranea.
Yeah,
I've been to Terranea. That's where
that is.
So he was coming over one of those big hills.
Those hills it's a very windy. It's like it's all coastline, but it's these beautiful windy roads. See, it's right down in that area.
I've stayed at Terranea. That is
the drive
gorgeous.
the drive is incredible when you are headed
Man,
towards
what
there.
the fuck? My wife just got us a weekend at fucking fuck. My wife got us a weekend at in San Diego to spend with the girls, like to stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
I love Terranea.
Oh, Terranea is the shit.
Terranea is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So Tiger.
Yeah. Do you know what happened? Because
Okay.
I told you I was going to look, and you go, "Let me tell you."
Because my reading comprehension isn't amazing.
Isn't amazing?
It is not.
Okay.
So and I have a problem with that. Like I'll read something and then I'll go that. Leanne will be like, "That's not what they were saying at all."
Right.
Here's what I got. His gas foot, his right foot and leg were fucked. From the tibia, he broke the tibia twice.
Tibia.
No, the one in your leg is tibia. This is a tibia. This is a tibula.
Okay.
Am I not right about that?
I don't think so.
Tibia? Seems like it would be in your arm.
No.
Tibula. He broke his He broke his shin.
Okay.
Which is it?
Well, there's a fibula.
Where's the fibula? That's what you broke. No, you broke
No.
your humerus.
I broke my
Ironically.
humerus in my arm,
Ironically.
and I'm still pretty funny. And then
David on stage. I broke my humerus, but apparently hasn't stopped my jowls.
I've still got it. Well, you want me to read what actually happened?
And then he fucked up his foot. So what they did is they had to put a pin in his foot, a rod in his leg, and here's the interesting thing.
Yeah.
It broke skin, which is, as we both know, is bad news.
Yeah, it's a compound fracture.
No. It's not called compound fracture.
When it pierces the skin?
They used a different word.
Okay.
You might want to read that word.
Okay.
But it was not compound, because I was waiting for them to say compound. It was a something other kind of fracture, but it says this means that it broke skin.
I've always thought that was a compound fracture.
Me too. What is a compound fracture?
Okay, let's see here. Open fracture, compound fracture.
No. They use something. They use another word. Maybe it was compound. All right, go back and read what they said. Read what he said. By the way, I hope this was his right leg. 'Cause in reading it,
Okay,
I just imagine.
Here's what was released. This is the. Okay, Mr. Woods suffered significant orthopedic injuries to his right lower extremity that were treated during emergency surgery by orthopedic trauma specialists at Harbor UCLA Medical Center, a level 1 trauma center. What does it say there? What? Commuted open fractures.
Yeah, that's
What's
it.
that word?
Commutative.
Can you scroll?
Common muted.
Common muted.
Common muted.
Okay.
That's open fractures. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes, open fractures affecting both the upper and lower portions of the tibia and fibula bones were stabilized by inserting a rod into the tibia. Additional injuries to the bones of the foot and ankle were stabilized with a combination of screws and pins. Trauma to the muscle and soft tissue of the leg required surgical release of the
reduce
covering of
swelling.
the muscles to relieve pressure due to the swelling. That is the chief medical officer, Dr. Anish Mahojan.
I don't even know what that guy looks like, but by that name, I want him operating immediately.
Yeah, he is currently awake, responsive, recovering in his hospital room. Okay, there are no further updates. So, yeah, he had severe orthopedic injuries to his right leg. Alone, like single car accident, like that thing, high center of gravity in those SUVs. I don't know if you've ever taken a turn.
What kind of car was it? I think it was a Kia.
It's a Hyundai.
Hyundai.
It's a new Hyundai. It's a sponsor of his. I don't think they're going to move a lot of units after this, but it's a new vehicle.
Pulling up the picture of. I want to see what his car, not what it looked like after the wreck, but I want to see what type of car that was.
Yeah, I feel like it's called.
It's because it's interesting. Before the accident, I would have been like, good enough for Tiger, good enough for me. After the accident, I was like, that's why you drive a Range Rover.
There it is. That's not it.
Is that him? He looks great.
Yeah, he's super jacked, man.
He is jacked.
There it is.
And he just underwent back surgery.
GV80, Genesis GV80.
He just underwent back surgery in December. So immediately, what's interesting
He's had a number of surgeries, and he's one of those guys where he actually creates so much torque with his swing that he can hurt himself when he does full. Like he had to strengthen core muscles so that the torque of his swing doesn't damage him more.
My trainer said that she has to be careful with me.
Yeah, because
I generate torque.
Yeah.
Lots of torque.
Bo Jackson, Tiger, Bert,
Bo Jackson, Tiger Bird.
Yeah.
It's what's interesting is in reading it, like it's almost like the news was trying to sell you a storyline. They were like, investigators looked for the smell of alcohol, and as opposed to just going like, he got in an accident, right? Like he definitely got in an accident.
Well, yeah.
And he's going to the hospital, but immediately they're like, they don't know if drugs were in his system, and you're like, or also it's 7:45 in the morning, he got in an accident, like, and then they're like, but the smell, he was responsive, but he was definitely in shock, and I'm just like,
I wonder how long he laid there with those injuries before he's, you know what I mean? Because like he goes over, a neighbor reports it, but I'm saying is he said, and they had to use Jaws of Life.
No, not Jaws of Life.
No,
so it was
misreported.
Yeah, it was just a crowbar, and they pull him out the windshield. Okay. They put him out the windshield. All airbags deployed.
But imagine when you're getting pulled out and your shit's all broken, like how painful that must be.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I remember coming home like a lunatic from the first hospital, and you guys helping me to that couch, and everything's fresh broken. I mean, that was
just
like,
getting you from that. And by the way, they moved him out of that. They probably the equivalent of us getting you from your car to that couch was probably almost as it. So then, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he has admittedly had a problem with prescription pills.
He has, and he had that DUI, and that's probably why a lot of people were like, oh, did he get fucked up again?
7:45 in the morning. My brain goes too late in the morning to still be fucked up. I don't know. He played golf with David Spade the day before.
The day before?
The day before. David Spade had a picture on his Instagram of him and Tiger in a golf cart, and it was like 8 hours before. Like he posted it 8 hours before the accident.
Oh yeah,
I'm such a big Tiger fan. And that stuff like this, I don't understand how people don't see the potential in the hero in this. Like where I go, I get excited and I go, the comeback, man.
Well, yeah, because the comeback's been awesome so far.
And listen, he's going to rebound for that. I've watched you.
Yeah,
I think some people fall apart during this, and some people excel.
Yeah,
and I definitely would be the fall apart guy, but I think Tiger's an exceller. And what can we do to help him get through? Like, what can we do? How do we offer our services and possibly leverage a friendship?
I wish I could contact him to just give him the best physical therapist.
You're gonna say the best physical massage.
I will massage you if you need it.
Do you think he he's got the best physical therapist?
No, I do.
You do?
I really do.
Really?
I mean, I have who royal families fly over
for real.
Who NBA All-Stars use to rehab their injury, like the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the call. I'll see her today, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was like, oh, guess what? She wouldn't actually say that, but.
She wouldn't be like, guess what? I'm working for Tiger Woods.
No,
I'll tell you.
She's not you. No, she wouldn't.
That's the problem.
But I'm sure that her phone's gonna ring.
Man, what can we do as someone who is injured? How can we apply our services to lighten his mood in this time of need?
I mean, the best thing we could do is probably make him a video, send it to him.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Tiger, we know you're down. No more soccer for you, huh? Or something like that's probably a little.
Yeah. But.
Probably maybe not. Like you were in his shoes,
right?
So like how like what would have made you giggle?
I think like genuinely like I don't think he wants us to video ourselves at his house. Being like, oh, there's nothing you can do about this right now. But I feel like
you can.
Yeah, I don't think that stuff wouldn't work.
Tiger, hey, this is your toothbrush.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think. It's the equivalent of the Aniston video is what he needs.
Yeah, he needs an Aniston video.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the time I met Tiger Woods?
A lot of people used to laugh at me when I drink wine on a treadmill and think, Bert, you're not being healthy. All those calories are just killing themselves out. Well, guess what? If you run fast enough while you're drinking Fit Vine on the treadmill, you're killing calories. I absolutely love Fit Vine. I got on the treadmill the other night. End of the day, I'm not saying I'm drinking the whole bottle. I pour myself a glass, and that's my reward. I throw it in the little center, and I jog, knowing that when I get to have that glass, I'm not getting as much sugar, tannins, no flavor additives, because they have less sugar, less tannins, no flavor additives, lower carbs, but with the same full flavor and full alcohol. Their Syrah is absolutely amazing. Their Prosecco is our go-to Prosecco in our family because it's gluten-free, vegan-friendly, paleo-friendly, keto-friendly, non-GMO, and you can find them at fitvinewine.com. They're sold in over 20,000 locations nationwide in stores like Publix, Whole Foods, Walmart, Total Wine, and your favorite local wine and liquor store. Or you can order at fitvinewine.com, and then it comes delivered straight to your door. As a father, I know there's no more rewarding feeling in life than to watch something you give birth to grow into an adult. And if you don't have a child, guess what? We can help you out at Bloomscape. Bloomscape gives you the opportunity to pick out a plant out of tons of plants. They have great selections. They find the perfect plant for your space, whether you've got tons of light or hardly any. Thousands of people are doing it, and they're upgrading their spaces with beautiful indoor-outdoor plants. My favorite thing to do, and because Bloomscape sent me a plant, is wake up in the morning and talk to this plant. Have a good conversation. It's almost like a meditative state, is talking to the plant, when in essence you're talking to yourself. And these plants grow off your own energy, and you, in return, get energy from these plants. Listen, it's super easy. You shop for a variety of young plants, accessories, tools, supplies, everything you need for your patio or porch in springtime, Bloomscape's got. And they ship at the perfect time to arrive after the last winter's frost, so your plants are going to grow healthy and strong. Their kits are completely customable, mix and match sizes, colors, and since no two plants are alike, Bloomscape makes it easy to filter plants by how much light or attention they're going to need. Get 15% off your plant. Change your life today. Get 15% off plant orders of $100 with the promo code CAVE at bloomscape.com. That's 15% off plant orders of $100 or more at bloomscape.com with the promo code CAVE.
What was that video? Didn't
They tell you about the time I met Tiger Woods?
it was no, Ari has a tiger story. And I think he posted the video one time. Like,
No.
yes. Put Ari Shaffir Tiger Woods. He posted a video once. Yes, this is real. Because they did a let's see if we can hear it. All right.
Oh, I want to hear it. Hold on. Can we play it?
Yeah, we can play it because it's them talking, you know. Hold on. So what happened was, this was for the Tiger Woods has a really successful, you know, video game.
Yeah.
And,
are you kidding me?
Steve and Ari.
So you know, I dressed I was obsessed with Tiger Woods golf.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with it. I had it on my PlayStation 2, my PSP. I had it on everything.
Yeah.
But I always dressed my character to look like Patrice. Mm-hmm. Because the first time I played it, I think on a PSP or I was with Patrice.
Did Patrice play golf?
No, that's a big not. I don't know the answer, but I can almost bet my house on no.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he didn't look like a golfer. Actually, I know he didn't, because me and Voss played golf in Scotland together, and he didn't go nor show any interest.
Who played?
Me and Voss, Rich Voss.
Oh yeah, he really plays a lot.
He legit, and he's a great golfer.
Yeah.
So I played Tiger Woods golf in front of, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I was playing it in Scotland, and I was setting up my character. And as I was setting up, I was sitting next to Patrice, and I just made it look like Patrice. Mm-hmm. And I kept making him fatter. Yeah. But I gave him an afro, and Patrice was like, "Bitch." He didn't say bitch.
Yeah.
And so I always made my golf characters look like Patrice. It made me giggle, right? So one time I'm playing Tiger Woods at my house, mm-hmm. and two black people walk in our house at our old apartment. And all I just have is this big fat black guy on the screen. I'm playing him as a golfer, and it just did not read right.
Really?
Yeah, they were just like, what's that? I was like, oh, it's Tiger Woods. And they're like, that doesn't look like Tiger Woods. I go, oh, that's me. And they're like, that doesn't look like you. And I was like, it's actually Patrice, but no one knew who Patrice was at the time.
And they're like, who's that? And you're like, it's your uncle. Because let me play my fucking video game.
Wait, let me hear Ari's story.
So this is the thing. Ari and Steve were hired to be some type of talent, either promotionally or for a commercial for Tiger Woods Golf. And they hung out with him all day. And Ari has a pretty good story. But this is a clip of them playing, and I think the audio is them talking as they're playing this. But he held on to it for a while. It's real.
Okay.
What would you do here?
What you want to do is actually aim it right at the middle of those trees right there. Hit a low draw. Honestly, start aiming right at the middle of the trees and hit a low draw.
All right.
That's what you need to do here.
He's telling you what to do. Oh, that's right in the middle of the trees or the sand. Oh!
Oh, that's awful. Stop. Get there.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Tiger Woods, PGA Tour.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Yeah.
That's Tiger's
Tiger, yeah.
young man voice.
I know.
Does not sound like him.
Ari has told me a story about some other words he said too. It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait. Oh, so that's
he was just a guy shooting the shit with him.
that's the commercial.
No. That's not the commercial. That is from the day that they're doing the commercial and they're hanging out. And Ari had got that like from whoever was shot it, and he just kept it, and then he put it on his Instagram. I don't know, maybe like when Tiger won the Master or something more recent. He's like, I held on to this for like 8 years, and then he posted it. But it's yeah, that's real.
I'd like to do. I would see the problem is that Tiger's sober. Like
That's the problem?
Yeah, I'd like to have some scotch with him. You know, I'd like to have a scotch and cigar.
Maybe you could break him. You know?
I would love that as a TV show. Off the Wagon with Bert Kreischer.
Oh my God!
You take celebrities who've been sober. Like first one's Ben Affleck.
You'd be
Bring him
real
up.
popular,
Dude.
I saw him a couple weeks ago.
No.
Yep.
Where?
At the coffee shop I go to.
Did you say anything?
No, it was right before he broke up with his girl, and she was with him.
It's funny what I do and don't follow. Like I follow Bobby Shmurda, but I don't follow Ben Affleck. Like I don't know what's going on in his life.
I mean, first of all, it's funny because I was wondering how somebody could recognize me recently with a mask on, because it happens pretty frequently.
It happens to me a lot. Can I tell you? I had the great. Shout out to whoever you are. I don't know who you are. I walked out of my house the other day, Sunday morning, hungover. I was giggly, and I was in pajama pants, shorts, no shirt, and I take my dogs out to the front yard, and a guy just driving down the street goes, "Hey, Bert," and I said, "Yeah," and he goes, "Looking skinny, my man," and I went, "That is how you start a fucking day."
That's how you start a day.
I was just a fan. And I was like, "Oh, cool." My wife's like, "He knows where we live," and I was
course
like,
he does.
"Everyone knows where I fucking live."
Yeah. That's what you want. I have it all the time. You know, like pretty frequently, where masked up, even sunglasses on, and someone's like, "Hey, Tom," and you're like, "How do you?" But then here's the thing. So I mean, I always go like, "How do you recognize me? Like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
If like all this is covered up?" But then as soon as I saw him with a mask on, I was like, "Oh, that's Ben." Like
For real?
oh, immediately. Like I looked up and I was like, "It's Ben Affleck."
I would get close enough to smell him. I would definitely. Just giving you a heads up, Ben. If you see a guy sniffing you, it's me.
I'm sure he'd be cool about it.
I would love to smell him.
Why do you want to smell him?
See what he smells like. Think he wears cologne?
No, I bet he smells good though.
I bet he smells like soap.
Yeah.
I bet he smokes cigarettes.
Oh yeah. So
Does
maybe
he?
he's like a little yeah.
That turns me off.
Oh, Ben, are you trying to get Bert turned off or not?
I want him to smell like Fiji deodorant, Irish Spring Fiji deodorant.
That's a deodorant?
Like it's what I wear, and so I want him to smell like me.
You want him to smell like you?
And I go up and I go, "Is that me or you?" And he goes, "I don't know. You wear Fiji?" I go, "I do." And he's like, "It's both of us then."
Yeah.
And then he hugs me.
It'd be a good time. You'd have a good time with him.
Why don't me and you do something with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon?
Matt Damon, we can get connected to.
For real?
Yeah.
Let's do a buddy trip.
Okay.
Let's do a buddy trip. Like, what would we do with the two of those guys? What would you want to do? Like, buddy trip. Fishing?
You know what? Maybe. I feel like, first of all, they're going to be like, "Hey, guys, like, are we footing the bill for this thing?" And we're like, "Well, most of it."
Most of it. The
But
jet.
we're not like bums, but, you know.
What do we want to do with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? All right, number one, the trip's going to end with rehab for Ben because he's falling off the wagon. And I know that probably doesn't make you guys want to do the trip, but hear us out. The trip's going to be so much fun. I'll go to rehab with you.
But wait, just to like be a companion?
Yeah, I'll be like your sober buddy.
But will you get sober?
I'll be your responsibility buddy.
Will you get sober?
Yeah, I'll get for fucking as long as rehab is.
But what about when you get out of rehab?
Yeah, I'm not going to be sober. I don't have a problem. I'll go to rehab. I'll fucking love rehab.
Yeah.
I would love rehab.
Rehab.
I wish I had like a white wine, marijuana, sativa rehab, where you could have white. It was in. Here's my rehab. Can I tell you what?
I went to rehab once, right?
No.
I went to rehab
For real?
after I OD'd. Yeah,
They sent you to rehab?
they did. It was terrible.
Did
It
you-
was terrible
you
because
know,
I
would've said-
basically was like, "You guys are fucking losers."
Oh yeah. Come on. You can't go to rehab if you don't want to go.
So they send me for an evaluation because they're like, "This guy just OD'd at 19," and they send me to like a really nice rehab place, And one of the first things we do is this group thing. And everyone's like, I'm a drug addict on this and that. And then they got to me and I was like, I'm not like you guys. And they were like, typical addict. And I was like, no. I go, I partied too hard one night. I'm not. These guys were all like sucking dick for crack. And, I was sleeping in a dumpster. I was like, yeah, nah, man. I'm in college and I partied and I got real fucked up. And they were like, So I had all these like, meetings and one-on-ones and group things. And one of the counselors one day we're like, finish a thing and walking down the hall. He goes, hey, come here. I want to tell you something. I go, what? He goes, if you can stay cool with like weed and alcohol, you're fine. And I was like, you work here? He's like, seriously. He goes, I don't think that. And I go, okay. He goes, don't tell anyone I told you that. I go, works for me.
And then he's like, I can get it for you. Suck my dick. And then you're like, I'll suck your dick. He's like, you got a problem. That was the test.
I had a roommate. I had a roommate at this place.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what are you in here for, man? He was like, alcohol. I was like, yeah, you got a real problem? He was like, yeah. I was like, I go, what was your drink? He goes, gin. I go, what were you drinking? He was like, about a gallon a day.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh.
See, I want to fix, I like, it bums me out. Okay, I'll tell you what. All right, let's repitch it. Hey, Ben and Matt, I will be sober for the whole trip.
Okay.
For our buddy trip. But it's got to be something fun that makes you not want to drink.
And also, it should probably be something like, here's it's.
Let's go biking through the Alps.
I think that it's got to be something they haven't done. They've probably done a lot of fucking wild shit.
I was doing sibling revelry.
Yeah.
With I was about to say Oliver Stone, Oliver and Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
And with my sisters.
Yeah.
And they do like this power round at the end of like questions they ask you.
Mm-hmm.
If you could take one thing from one of your. And then I said, hey, here's a question, and we'll answer it. You guys answer it, then we'll answer it. And I was like, if you could go back, if you go to heaven, and they say heaven is you get one vacation, that your one family vacation with your family for the rest of your life, you get to be in that vacation. What would that vacation be?
Ooh.
And my sisters and I were thinking about our vacations that we've had. Like we went to Blowing Rock one time. We drove to Blowing Rock. We drove to the Keys. But we had one in Orlando where we never left the hotel. We never went to Disney World. It was like our favorite. And I go, what would be yours? And Kate Hudson's like, and by the way, I'm not telling stories out of school. She told this on her podcast.
Yeah.
Sibling Rivalry, her and Oliver, check it out. She goes, probably that time we biked through the Alps. And I'm like, both my sisters are like, all right, don't share your stories. Like, we didn't have anything that cool. They were like, we were like 15 and 14 and we were biking through the Alps and we were stopping and getting wine. And I'm thinking, and they're with fucking Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
I saw them the other day.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, same place.
For real?
Same place.
Where is this coffee shop?
It's pretty baller. It's where I live. Now,
there's no one at my coffee shop.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm the biggest famous person at my coffee shop.
Oh, I've been there. I know.
I think I might be the most famous person in my coffee shop. My coffee shop sucks dick.
Yeah. Yeah, and she looked they both look great.
Yeah.
They both look great, man.
Okay, where do we want to go with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? Where do we want to do? What do we want to do? It's got to be adventure. Okay, just hear me out. I'm going to soft pitch it. Hey, Nadav, pull up top 10 adventure guy trips.
Okay.
Because it should be climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
It's too that's too much work.
Okay. Just hear me go. Okay, 25 transformative. I've been there. I've actually been there. I've jumped off that.
You got to hit the go up. You got to hit the
View gallery. Yeah. Okay, whitewater rafting.
Paddle the Grand Canyon. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I've done. You've done whitewater rafting, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's just not. We don't get enough FaceTime. We're all looking at the back of each other's heads.
Yeah.
Burn some rubber. Pass. Next. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, pass. My grilling. Yeah. They're gonna be like
GAY. Trask. Tusk. I mean, that one's kind of cool. Go to Africa.
Elephants?
We're not gonna hunt them. No. No.
That would be cool though if we killed elephants with Ben. And we had old school pictures of us with like.
And when you see their dark side, like Matt's like, hey, everyone thinks I'm a nice guy, right? I love to collect animal tusks, especially ones that are like going into extinction. And he just cuts that fucking elephant tusk. We're like, holy shit!
You guys have
Jason
ivory?
Bourne's a dick.
Catch and grill trout, like a kayak with blue. Ooh, okay. How about a long kayak adventure, like where we get on kayaks and we go from island to island.
Yeah.
And track a pot of blue whales. Sounds fun.
Pretty cool.
Make wine. Pass. I don't think we can do that one.
I think it's more like a chick trip.
Yeah. Climb a white. I've done this. I've climbed a tree. That's fucking terrifying. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Camp on a volcano. Hard pass.
Kayak the Galapagos.
Oh, that would be cool. What about a dive trip, like a scuba dive? No, but see, what I'm trying to do is make it so active you don't want to drink at the end of the night.
Okay.
What about a surf trip? What if we did a surf trip down Hawaii?
Skip that one.
Survive alone in the wild, save a person.
Save the world in person.
Oh, dyslexic. Save the world in person.
Change.
Hard pass.
Canoe the Maine woods. That's pretty chill. Why can't we do that?
What if we did like a deliverance trip? Where we kayak down a river and then, but without the sexual assault. Fly across waves, pass. You can find Nemo.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't mind living on a boat with them. Oh, I know what I want to do. Okay. What if we go, okay, I got it. What if we go down off the coast of Mexico and swim with great white sharks for Discovery Channel?
We could do, you want to do that?
Yep, let me call right now. I'm going to call Discovery.
Wait,
I got it.
You're pitching.
I'm pitching it with yep. You know what I'm doing.
But they're not on board.
That's okay.
Okay.
Let's see if it gets purchased. You ready?
Okay.
I'm calling Discovery right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be like, "That's great. They're on board." You'll be like, "Yeah, we just got to call them first."
Okay. I'm gonna soft sell it. Soft sell it to.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Shark Week. We're doing Shark Week with Ben and Matt. Am I important enough that my phone will get picked up? Doesn't look like it. I think they're passing on our show. Okay, I'm going straight to the teat.
Your call.
I'm going straight to the teat.
Who are you calling?
My friend at Discovery. Should I FaceTime him?
Who are you FaceTiming?
Discovery Channel. It's aggressive.
What, like the CEO?
No,
one of the presidents?
Yeah.
Yeah, FaceTime him.
All right.
That's a super chill way to
FaceTiming him. Here you go.
pitch a show.
All right. What's the name of that? Hey, quick, find the name of the island. Find the name of the island where they go swimming with great white sharks. Just off the coast of Mexico. Too late.
Are you seriously FaceTiming me?
All right, I have a pitch for you. Tell me if you'd buy it, okay? Just hear me out. Me, Tom Segura.
How you doing?
Hey.
How you?
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck swim with great white sharks.
Sign me up, dude.
Done. It's sold. We're going to the Isle of Guadalupe off Mexico. Boat ride out. Swim with great white sharks. And guess what? We got spot for one more guy. You're in. You buy it. We're doing it. Done. All right. That's how you sell television shows.
That is ratings gold right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
We just got to get...
Hey, I'll talk to you later. We're doing a podcast.
Okay.
Oh, great. Put me on.
Okay, bye. Sold.
Who is that?
Sold.
Who is that?
It's President of Discovery. Sold. I don't know exactly what his title is, but...
I do love that he opened with, "Are you seriously fucking FaceTiming me right now?"
Yeah. Sold. We just sold a show to fucking Discovery.
Thanks, man. Hey, Ben.
Shark Week. It's Ben, Tom, Bert, and Matt. Shark Week.
You
you might need to take him out. I'm not certain he was comfortable buying a show.
Do you think that Matt and Ben...
It's sold. Why wouldn't you be a part of a sold project?
Yeah. They don't have a lot
We already sold it.
Yeah.
We already sold it.
They have no options.
What do they fucking care?
Okay.
They fucking okay, if I said, Tom, I sold a project with you attached. You interested? You're like, well, tell me what the project is.
Yeah.
Okay, are you interested?
Yeah, I'm interested.
There, done.
Okay. Hey, Ben, Matt, we'll see you on the boat. Thanks, guys, for listening. Let's. Are
we done?
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
That's a way to end a show. We just sold a fucking show.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, thanks, Bert. Thanks, Bert.
We should sell a show with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yeah, let's pitch it next. All right. Bye, guys. Love you. Thanks.
Bert and Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave. No scripts, a bit of booze, amateur partology. Dirty jokes, raunchy humor, no apologies. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.